have made it to Friday, everyone. Welcome into the News 10 Plus desk. I'm Taylor Gattoni with Claudia Sella and also all of these goodies out in front of us.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday. Okay, we need to show people. Oh, can we show them?
My knee. Here, wait.
We'll show them your knee.
There.
Look how fun those pants are.
If I move my knee, it reflects.
Sparkles.
Yeah.
There you go. I like it.
But I'm dressed up because it's a special day. It's
It is.
Silver Bells in the City. We were just going over the lyrics in the other room.
Oh
it's a very hard song because you think it's going to say a bunch of things. We got it confused with the song that they sing in Rudolph.
Silver and gold.
Yes,
one, yep.
I keep getting confused with that one. And they sound very similar. But tonight is all about Silver Bells. And so we are actually just going over when is the official holiday season start. And we all determined the world may never know, actually.
No, probably not.
But in Lansing, it starts tonight.
Oh, yes, and we are ready for it.
So we're going to be talking about that in the show. We're going to be talking about the electric light parade, what goes into that. We're going to be speaking with the people behind it. And then we're also going to talk with one of the performers for tonight. That'll be very exciting. You may have seen her before. We'll just say that. And then we're also going to talk about how you can get down there tonight with CATA. They have of course, I don't believe it's their main mode of transportation, but they have their Caterpillar and Lady Bus.
I like this.
I know, isn't that so cute? And we're going to be sharing all you need to know about how you can get down there with CATA.
Yeah, because there's going to be around 40,000 people when we spoke to Mindy Billadu, who's helping organize, and she was saying good luck with parking. They're closing streets down for the parade, so just be aware of that if you do plan on going tonight.
Yes, and I was down there this morning, and already you can just tell something's in the air, something's happening tonight, so it's good fun, but you'll definitely want to make sure that you either know your parking plan or you can find out where you can ride CATA, and we'll have all that information in the show. But then we're also going to be talking with one of the local radio stations who is going to tell us about, their Christmas performance. And really, one of the things I want to ask them is, how does it feel to listen to Christmas music for 2 months straight? That's what I want to ask. Because
we can change the channel.
They
and
can't.
Switch it up. They have to listen to it. Maybe they're in their head, they've got their own little tune going on, and they're just trying to block it out. But
I love Christmas music, but if it was playing in the newsroom every single day, all day, I don't know how I'd feel. So.
We wouldn't be able to focus either.
No, we'd sing.
No, we would all start singing, knowing us. So.
Yeah, for sure. But so that is really what we have going on our show today, and we're really excited because there is a ringing in the air, and we're gonna ring it in tonight. So
I like that.
Yeah.
That was good.
All right, but we'll see you at 3 p.m.
Sounds good. Thank you, Claudia. Here's where you can stay up to date with Studio 10. There's all of their socials, ways that you can stay connected with them. Again, talking about one of the big things for tonight, and you saw Claudia's fun pants that were all sparkly, glittery. But getting that transportation down to Silver Bells in the city in downtown Lansing, of course, it's going to be very busy. So it's making sure that you have a good plan ahead before you leave. And one of those people that we've created a plan tonight. We're going.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to need a bundle up.
You know me, and you know this from, remember last year with the live shot that I was wearing a bunch of layers because it was so cold out?
Snow pelting your face.
It was a cold morning, let me tell you.
It was cold.
So I was, remember, we're talking about the Christmas blizzard from last year, and I was outside during the morning show doing live shots, and it was very cold, and I had snow, and it was just not a good time. However, but the point of bringing that up is that I over-prepare always, and I get made fun of for it always, especially when it comes to weather stuff. So,
but you're a meteorologist, so it makes sense.
Yeah, so for Silver Bells, I have brought winter coat, long johns, hat, glove. I'll have 2 coats. I have my North Face as well. Obviously, I'm probably not going to need all that. It's not going to be that cold.
I was going to say,
I am ready to go, and I don't want to be cold.
I should probably prepare like you, because I was going to do maybe like a sweatshirt and jacket and gloves and a hat.
Well, it's going to be in the 30s. So
I should do maybe a couple jackets.
Yeah, and it's going to be chilly.
Sometimes I forget how cold it gets here, and then I'm shocked every year. And I'm like, it's so cold.
You have your heated vest, right?
The problem is...
Does that get too warm?
No, it gets it's like the perfect amount of warmth. For other people, they might be like sweating, but I love it. It's like a cozy blanket on you. I forgot to charge it before work, so we're going to have to quickly go home, charge it, and then rush over. because I need to be warm, but I need it. And I goofed up and I forgot.
That's okay.
It
You know,
happens.
it happens. But we're telling you now if you're going to be heading to Silver Bells, or we talk a lot about Silver Bells in the city, but of course Jackson also has its Christmas parade today, and if we can show you the forecast.
I clicked on the wrong button. Sorry,
No,
that's
I do
my
this
bad.
to you every time. But we do have also a graphic.
This is so cute.
Yeah, for the Jackson Christmas parade. And we'll have temperatures that'll be falling into the 30s in Jackson tonight if you're going to be heading to this. Again, we have a lot of conversations about Silver Bells in the city, but let's not forget our friends in Jackson.
no.
You know, they have a big Christmas parade that happens on the same night. And if you are going to be heading to Silver Bells, same thing here, temperatures falling into the 30s. So whether you're in Lansing or Jackson tonight, I think the weather is going to be the same. Clear skies, no rain or snow, but it's going to be getting chilly, so just make sure you bundle up. Not too much of a wind, but there will be enough of a wind that you might want to prepare for wind chills being down into the lower 30s at times. So just a chilly night, but pretty quiet overall across the region. Now I want to show you a look at downtown Lansing. Of course, we can't see the view of the tree from this view, but it is still a little bit cloudy outside. So we are expecting some clearing to happen. It's been a long process so far, but there has been some blue sky around the region. Even in parts of Lansing, there's been some blue skies. So it's just a trend that will continue, but temperatures, wow. You know, earlier today, it's one of those tricky days because when you look back at history, our high temperature for today is going to go down as 59. But obviously, we did not really get to enjoy that because that happened just after midnight. And we are seeing temperatures now that are in the 40s after a cold front came through. You know, we've been talking about this cold front that was going to come through. I remember last week talking about how there could be a system on Silver Bells Day, and that's what we saw, and it moved through, and now it's quiet, but their temperatures are obviously much colder now. And we are going to be seeing this cooler weather stick around through the weekend, but overall, the next 5 days or so, 40s, that's kind of average for this time of year. We may get close to 50 tomorrow and then upper 40s on Sunday. Tuesday is an interesting day. I've been looking at some new model data. We get some new model data in around this time, and the rain chance may be diminishing a little bit for Tuesday. So that's something we'll keep an eye on. And if that happens, we may see less cold air for the end of the week, too. So that will kind of have a different look there. So right now, still calling for 30s by Wednesday and into Thursday. Of course, busy travel days next week, especially around the Thanksgiving holiday. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on the forecast heading into next week. But there may be some changes with the forecast next week. So that's something just to keep an eye out for as we move forward. Now, showing you the weekend forecast, that's really nice.
I love that.
Temperatures in the upper 40s. Obviously, we'd probably all wish it was 70 degrees and sunny. But for this time of year, middle of November, looking pretty nice. And of course, if you want to do any shopping or anything like that around Christmas lights, this weekend is going to be a good weekend to do it. Tomorrow, a bit breezy, so that's one thing to keep in mind too. So like we mentioned, the Christmas lights, great weekend. I showed you this yesterday, but it's looking really nice.
Love it.
I would definitely do it because, you know, moving forward, next weekend looks much colder. So, like, if you want comfortable temperatures, or at least a little bit more comfortable temperatures, this is the weekend to get out and decorate for the holidays. So now I want to show you one of our models here. So this is looking ahead into next week, and we talked about that storm system heading into Tuesday. I think Saturday, Sunday, Monday, dry. Tuesday is the day that we may see the system come in, and you can see some of those showers. Now, moving in Tuesday morning, some of this rain is possible, and then watch what happens as we go throughout the day on Tuesday. We start to see some colder air wrap in back behind it, and we could be talking about some lake effect snow that's on the back side of this, so there could be some snow showers around on Wednesday. Obviously here, that's more isolated lake effect snow, but on the west side of the state, a little bit of a steadier snow is possible, so I think that there could be some travel impacts, especially once you get closer to Grand Rapids. US 131 is normally a good cutoff up and down the west side of the state. So something we'll keep an eye on as we head into this next week. But overall, right now, it does look like Thanksgiving will be dry for us. And I went back and looked at recent Thanksgiving weather. This is what I've been doing today. And over the years, you know, last year we were in the 50s, the year before that in the 40s. This will likely be the coldest Thanksgiving since 2018. across the area, and we have seen some snow back in 2021 and 2019. We've seen some snow on Thanksgiving. It wasn't a ton, but there was some. So here's the forecast for this Thanksgiving. Temperatures that will be into the lower 30s across the region, and it's going to be cold. So something to keep in mind for any Thanksgiving plans that you might have. I think I have one more. What do I have after this? I can't remember.
Oh, well, I don't know. Don't look at me.
No, I think that's it. Actually,
That's it?
I don't
Okay.
think I have another graphic after that.
It's like, I don't know.
I can't remember sometimes.
That's okay. It's one of those Fridays. Okay, but it's going to be freezing on Thanksgiving. That's
Yeah,
something
and
good
that,
to know.
and we may have to bring that temperature up. I noticed the trend earlier this morning when I was forecasting that some of our models are backing off on some of the cold for Thanksgiving. Hopefully that's a trend that will continue. Maybe we'll have to raise that up a few degrees, but we'll keep an eye on that. But right now, lower 30s is expected for this, 30, 31, 32 or so as we head into Thursday. So Thanksgiving and the days leading up to Thanksgiving, we'll keep an eye on it. But I do think that the best chance for any precip will be before Thanksgiving, and then it looks like a little bit more quiet maybe after Thanksgiving. So either way you look at it, I think it's going to be feeling much more like winter by the time we get to the holiday, and hopefully the impacts are not that great as we head into the travel period, because a lot of people are going to be hitting the roads this weekend, or I should say next week, for that Thanksgiving holiday. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Well, if you are traveling, just a little heads up for you. It might be pretty busy getting around. So not only can you get weather updates, but you can also get traffic alert updates with the First Alert Weather app.
Yeah, and there was actually road conditions in there too, which is important if we don't see any snow here locally, but then the west side of the state does. You can keep an eye out for what the roads look like over there. But I'm not expecting huge impacts here. We need to update this graphic. This is showing graphics with temperatures in the 80s. Wouldn't that be nice?
I know, but we are not getting that. Yeah, we do have to update these soon.
But it is going to be a cool Thanksgiving, cool weather leading up to it as we head into the Thanksgiving holidays. So just things that we'll keep an eye on. Nothing major at this point. But like I mentioned, that chance for rain leading up to Thanksgiving may have diminished a little bit. I don't want to say it's gone completely, but the chance has maybe gone down a little.
All right. Well, again, stay up to date with the First Alert Weather app, and if we don't get that rain, like you said, we could get warmer later next week. So
yeah, it's a tricky forecast, and we'll just have to keep an eye on it.
All right. Well, thank you, Colton. Appreciate it. Here's what you can expect during First at 4 in our 90 minutes of news today. Starting with First at 4, if we pull it up, World Prematurity Day. So Sparrow, a doctor, is going to be coming in talking about the crucial platform to raise awareness about preterm birth challenges and the consequences. So if you are a parent, if you are expected to be a first-time parent, well, this might be something that you take interest in and learning more about. Then coming up, News 10 at 5 p.m., Jordan Burrell will be live from downtown Lansing with what you need to know as you head out to Silver Bells tonight. And if you can't make it, no worries. We will be live streaming the tree lighting, the fireworks, and the drone show from Silver Bells. Very excited, ringing in the festivities of the holidays. Coming up, News 10 at 5:30, Fred Heumann has our Game of the Week preview as the fight for the state championship nears the penultimate games next weekend. And teams playing tomorrow, they include East Lansing versus Muskegon, Jackson Lumen Christie versus Millington, Portland versus Grand Rapids South Christian, and Mason versus Detroit Martin Luther King, which is being played in Chelsea. Coming up, News 10 at 6, we will be checking in on the Jackson Light Parade. We will also be streaming that right here on News 10 online and on the mobile app and on the free WILX app for smart TVs, and it's also accessible on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, and more. So again, if it's too cold for you, if you can't make it, if traffic's too much, hey, you still have multiple ways that you can tune into Silver Bells in the city and, of course, downtown Jackson's Christmas Light Parade. And we also want to say, don't forget these little things here. If you give me a second to pull it up, I gotta find it real quick. There's a lot of little things to look at. Oh, could this be it? Here we go, Boots on the Playground. There we go. If I pull that up, my apologies. Well, don't forget that here at News 10, we partnered with Tommy's Express Car Wash, Big John Steak and Onion, and J&B Boots in support of Footprints in Michigan and their Boots on the Playground initiative, working to make an impact to collect new or gently used kids' boots, or donations to purchase the boots for their Boots on the Playground initiative. So we held a phone bank yesterday, and we have now raised over $10,000 so far, thanks to all of you. I'll pull it up one more time. You still can donate Boots on the Playground, and that QR code, which will pop up pretty shortly here, you feel free to scan that for the Amazon wish list. But yeah, that is what you need to know. We are still accepting those donations. So again, this is more information, or you can head to WILX.com or scan the QR code with your phone to donate and help us make an impact. So we appreciate all of your help. I do want to share what the reporters have coming up. So, whoa, almost choked right there. We're going to get to that in just a little second here. Let me move some things out of the way, and I'll just pull it up one more time. Why not? Or actually, instead, we'll have another thing to pull up for you real quick. So, Toys for Tots is back, and News 10 needs your help. So every year, WILX partners with the local Marine Corps Reserves and the Salvation Army, and this is to collect toys to help mid-Michigan families in need. So now through December, we're in November right now. Now through December 8th, you can drop off new unwrapped toys at the following locations during business hours. So go scan that QR code for the Amazon wish list. Of course, you can learn more about what help is needed right there. And looking for the unwrapped toys. Then stay with News 10 as we highlight the amazing stories behind Toys for Tots, the selfless volunteers, and the effects this has on our community with that program. So if you can't make it, you still want to donate, again, all you have to do is scan that QR code. It'll pop up here in just a bit, but you can find what the donations we're looking for Toys for Tots. And again, now through December 8th, you can drop off those donations. So there you go. Again, thank you so much for helping us make an impact here at News 10. Now, of course, we have a lot more to get to. We have our reporters out in the field. We're going to check in with them. I'm going to turn up the volume to make sure that we can really hear them. Here we go. All right, we're going to start it off with Tanaya coming up, News 10 at 5:30.
Hi, Taylor. Vaccination rates in kids are down across the state, according to health officials. They're urging parents to act now. I'll have that story coming up today on News 10 at 5:30. Back to you at the desk, Taylor.
All right, we're going to move on News 10 at 6 with Amaya, because Nikki, she was out in the rain. Hopefully she's all dried off by now, but a lot of people doing a great cause, especially when it was raining outside.
Thanks. Today, volunteers are handing out turkeys to veterans for this Thanksgiving. More on this story coming up in our 90 minutes of news. But for now, back to you guys.
All right, Amaya, we'll have more coming up. News 10 at 6. We now send it to Riley Connell.
Hey, Taylor. Good afternoon. Well, Eaton County is getting about $400,000 in funding to start fighting back against the opioid epidemic and helping community members find addiction recovery services. I'm talking to some people from the county who are breaking down their big strategic plan that's going to help do this, and talking to some local addiction recovery services here in Lansing who are telling me where the need is in communities to really start fighting back against addiction and overdose deaths. That's coming up with me, Riley Connell, on News 10 at 6. We'll take it back to you at the desk.
All right, thank you, Riley. And I believe we have Aaron as the last one.
I'm Aaron Bowling, and today I'm in Lansing because the people at this very apartment complex were displaced last night because somebody shot a gun in their apartment, and the bullet pierced a hole in the water pipes. This very pipe right here flooded the entire complex. I'll have the damage and what's next for these people on News 10 at 6.
All right, so all of that coming up today during our 90 minutes of news. As you heard, Aaron said we did have that story at News 10 today at 11, trying to figure out, why this bullet was in this pipe, and what's next for all of these residents in the apartment. It flooded the entire third floor. They are unsure at this time when they will be able to go back to their apartments, and especially with the holiday season being here and the cooler temperatures on the way, that's definitely something you want to stay on top of, is making sure it gets fixed so all those people can be put back into their homes and continue on with the holidays. So all of that's coming up during our 90 minutes of news today. I believe that is it. One more thing I will show is our You're Not Alone mental health series. We're doing this all year long here at News 10. And so you can help us help others and knowing that they're not alone. And you can go scan that QR code, which has a list of resources around the Mid-Michigan community. sharing all the different ways of guidance in our community. So whether you're looking for a psychologist, a therapist, counselor, anything of the sort, whether it's for you or someone else, you can go scan that QR code and get those resources that you need. Another thing, you can call the number 988. Again, 988, that is the Lifeline chat. And this month here at News 10, part of our mental health series is talking to veterans. So a lot of veterans who are out in the battlefields coming back home, switching back to civilian life can be quite challenging. So I know David Andrews did a story where he talked to a veteran and they said call the number 988, and if you press the option number 1, if you're a veteran, that will connect you to another veteran who's gone through a similar experience, and that way they can help guide you through this time and make sure that your mentality's a bit more stable. So again, you're not alone. Go scan those resources with the from the QR code, and you'll be able to find a lot more and get the guidance that you need. Until then, we hope you have a great rest of your Friday and a great weekend. A lot's happening this weekend. Make sure to bundle up and take care.